Hello, Aries, and welcome to your November 1st through 15th, roughly, tarot card reading. So you guys are the last sign that I'm doing in this set of readings. So for the mid-November readings, you will be first. Thank you so much for your patience. I really appreciate it. Okay, so let's dive in. I drew two animal cards for you and laid out the Celtic cross. So these animal cards are an overarching thematic energy to keep in mind over the next couple of weeks and also as we move through the rest of the spread. So I'll start by reading them from the book and then I'll give you my intuitive 2 cents. So we have the gazelle and we have the owl. It's beautiful. And I did get some like a sense of I'll go into it. I'll go into it afterwards. Okay. The owl. There we go. Okay. The owl. And I believe it might have been Pisces that got the gazelle, or Libra perhaps that got the gazelle. I'm not sure, but the owl. Abundance, clairvoyant, treasures. The owl is a mysterious and otherworldly creature found in folklore from east to west. The white owl in this particular deck is a companion of the goddess Lakshmi and represents wealth, beauty, and good fortune. When the owl card appears, it's an omen that a boon or treasure is on its way, either in spiritual or material form. With owl wisdom on your side, you'll see and know exactly what to do with this boon, how it can further serve your dharma and bring abundance to the world. Trust that the wellspring of treasures is infinite. When in balance, generous, trusting, secure. When out of balance, money quarrels, scarcity. To bring into balance, an offering. Bo? Bo. Hey. Shh. Bo? No. Sorry. Okay. The gazelle. Interesting. I'm getting this sense, and I'm just going to go ahead and say it because it feels impatient, of flight, of movement, of translocation, of some sort of, there is some sort of, there's this movement, and it feels literal. Okay. There's almost a bit of a back and forth. So that's a much more specific message, but I wanted to get that out of the way. All right. Sorry, this is taking the gazelle. So with the gazelle, we're looking at nurture, 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 nurture. And it feels like there's some nurturing that's happening in your environment, within your environment as well. So let's see. I am so sorry. This is so, where are you? Okay. Okay. There it is. Sorry about that. Oh my goodness. The gazelle. Heightened awareness and ability. Vulnerable. The gazelle represents supreme grace. With every move, this awe-inspiring beauty emits sophistication and elegance. Gazelle personalities are often hyper-aware of their surroundings, bordering on hyper-vigilant, which can inhibit them from enjoying the beauty they've spent so much effort cultivating. No more worrying about all those predators out there in the wild. When this card appears, it's time to get back to the present moment. Sit down, find your breath, and acknowledge the bounty that surrounds you. Let it nourish your gentle spirit. When in balance, graceful, perceptive, artistic. When out of balance, food allergies, insomnia, racing mind, to bring into balance, yin yoga, a cozy home, good food. So yeah, a lot of nurturing is coming up, and whatever this flight is, whatever this movement, and it feels like it's an elevation as well. So there's something that is solidifying, something that is taking shape. It actually feels, I feel like I'm looking at a couple projects, but in the house arena, it feels like there is some sort of new definition where before there wasn't. That is is a milestone. I just heard it's a milestone, and there's this nurture. There's this nurture energy. This almost this like cozying up. It's this nesting energy. And there's this deep sense of wisdom that's coming up. So I feel like there has been something that you've been looking at and working at so strategically, and you haven't taken your eye off of it, and there's this patience. There's been this patience and sort of this waiting in the same way this owl is sort of waiting. So there's this almost this looking forward into the future at something. And it's taking shape, it's taking definition, it's taking on greater definition, and it is, and wisdom, that wisdom, but it feels like maturation as well, like a maturation process. So there is something that has been marinating almost, that is coming into maturity. And for some of you, relationship is coming up strong. This evolution of relationship, perhaps the evolution of the evolution. There's almost a celebration of this evolution of either the relationship with yourself or a relationship with another. And there's this. It feels almost like this time of really acknowledging and experiencing the growth of something, the evolution of something that's close to your heart. Okay, so let's keep those in mind, and then here we go. Alrighty. So this is the focal point, and two cards wanted to come up. We have the Magician and the Emperor. Wow. Okay. Crossing, we have the Empress. Oh my goodness. This is incredible energy here. So recent past, we have the Justice card and the Fool reversed. Anchoring the spread, we have the Three of Cups reversed. In the near future, we have the Moon reversed. And then crowning the spread, we have the Two of Pentacles and we have the Mother of Pentacles. Okay. So this is your general energy over here. We have the Nine of Wands. And then in your environment, we have the Three of Wands reversed. In Hopes and Fears, we have the Star. It's Aquarius's card. And then in our coming into the latter part of November, we have the Seven of Swords. We have the Judgment reversed, and we have the Ace of Earth, which is, I'm pulling a card from Colette Baron Reed's The Good Tarot, and I'll read that to you guys, and let me know what you think of it. I love this deck, so I wanted to give it a try. So, all right, we have at the focal point, we have the Emperor reversed, the Magician crossed by the Empress. So I feel like I'm looking at a lot of characters. I just heard a lot of cooks in the kitchen. So it feels like there's this collaboration, this effort, this collaborative effort taking place around a specific venture. And I just heard entrepreneurial for some of you. But around whatever this venture is, it's a lot of people are needing to collaborate and participate in order to see something through to fruition. So there's this focus on working together, on collaboration, on putting heads together so something can be actualized. And the Empress, I feel like we're looking at manifestation here. We also have this with the Magician. There's this and the Emperor. So this manifestation energy, and this this nurturing energy. So again, I feel for many of you, I'm coming back to right now, there's a focus on looking at the home, There's this emphasis on the home and stabilizing something within the home. And it's interesting because I feel like what I'm being shown is something being uprooted, but simultaneously, I know that that there is, whatever this change or shift that's happening is, it's like something is taking on a new form. This could really be a birth as well for many of you. There's something that is really taking shape, taking form. This collaboration, this collaborative effort coming together to make something happen, to make something real, and to make something realized. So in anchoring this spread, we have the Three of Cups reversed. And in the recent past, we have the Justice card and the Fool reversed. So I feel like what I'm hearing are like conversations, a lot of communication. There's this sort of communication around setup and parts and pieces, I just heard. So there's been sort of a lot of almost deciding. And this I feel like it's almost like there were some decisions that needed to be made. And here in the recent past, it looks like there were some decisions. So there was some sort of indecisiveness or something undecided, and it still might be undecided, which is why all of these cooks are in the kitchen, which is why sort of there's coming together around something. There is this mutual participation to see something through. But I feel like it's around almost a similar endeavor that's showing up in your recent past. And justice, so contracts, legal matters, things like that are often associated with the Justice card. And the Fool speaks to a new beginning. So whatever this is it really is a new beginning. It could be in the home, and then for others of you, it could also just be this creative new beginning. Both. It could be both. But whatever this is this is a time of shifting. Things are shifting and transitioning. And redirecting, I just heard. So this is carrying us into the Empress, this beautiful, nurturing energy. This powerful, strong, rooted, yet highly sensitive and awake energy is carrying us into the Moon reversed. So what I feel like this is I just heard leaving something on the table. So it's almost as if there is something that has yet to be decided, has yet to be determined. And in this recent past, it's sort of just kind of sitting with that, and this word marinating is coming up again. So there's something marinating. That's just not quite decided, not quite determined, not quite defined. So it's this unknown energy that we get with the Moon card, this mystery. So crowning the spread, we have the Mother of Pentacles next to the Two of Pentacles. And what it feels like is there's some sort of beneficiary or someone that is supporting financially in some way or form, is providing the means, the support to create something, to make headway on something. And there's this like close eye. It's almost like this Mother of Pentacles is keeping her eye on these Two Pentacles over here. So it's kind of like watching funds, watching resources closely. So there's this sort of this awareness of financial means and almost this like overseer energy. And if this is you, it's just this like keeping a close eye on resources over these next couple of weeks. And all of this feels very interconnected. So, and very supportive of whatever these core endeavors are. So we have the 9 of Pentacles in the general energy here. And in your general energy. So you've been working hard at something creative, and hard at something, we have with the wands, that fire energy, that thing that you're passionate about. But there is a weariness that can come up with this card as well. There is sort of that heaviness. There is that sense of, oh, I've been working really hard at something, and I know I'm making progress, but sometimes it just feels like it's the same step after the same step after the same step. And it almost monotonous and repetitive. And this crescent moon, I feel like, especially in the environment with the 3 of Wands, there's this, I just heard, riding on faith. So there's this hopefulness, and then on top of that we have the star and hopes and fears. So there is sort of this faith that you have around something that you've been that has required a lot of effort. And so there's these next couple of weeks, it almost feels like that is what is carrying you right now in many ways. It's like things are going strong, you're doing it, you're making your motion forward, but in those times when you feel stagnant, or in those times when you'd like to see more definition and there isn't, it really is saying that this vision that you have for yourself, this higher hope, this thing that you're striving for, the most emphasis here is on this vision. Faith in yourself and your ability to go there, to do that, to create this. It feels like it's strong, and you bolstered it enough to where that is what will carry you through these periods of perhaps weariness. And I when I'm looking at these weary phases, it's looking like a wave. So you're kind of riding this wave, and this will come and go. So for these couple weeks, it feels like you might experience in this sort of one of those little time periods where you're sort of, oh, this feels a little bit heavier. This feels a bit more tiring. I feel a bit weary around this. And that's when your bolstered faith kicks in, and this dream, and this focus on this dream ignites that extra fire needed within you to continue forward. And carrying us into mid-November, we have the 7 of Swords and the Judgment reversed. I feel like there's something that isn't known, is sort of not quite, it feels like a hiccup or something that you're not totally aware of, or just an unknown factor, I just heard, that is going to be coming, that is going to be, I don't even want to say coming to light, but is going to be questioned and addressed in some way or form. And it doesn't feel as if maybe that will be answered, but there is sort of this, it's almost like heading into mid-November, you're heading into it with a question around something that is, that you're sort of waiting to hear about. And this feels a little tricky, like it's, you can even see it. It's almost a little tricky, like, well, what's that unknown variable? Like, what is the unknown variable here? And there is this, looking to rectify that. So there's some problem solving that comes into play with this card. So it's almost, and I feel like it'll vary. It'll show up in a million different ways for all of you, but there is sort of this thing that's up in the air a little bit mid-month. And it's sort of this question, this wondering, that over coming into November, I feel like you're looking to sort of rectify something. You're looking to sort something out and gain more definition on that. All right, so the Ace of Earth. Let's go ahead and read this card from the book. And this is sort of just also a thematic energy and something as we're moving into mid-November. And I feel strongly I'm hearing offer, offer. So that's having to do with something with this, this period of time. And the Earth, Ace of Earth is Ace of Pentacles. So we're looking at the material, tangible world. And there's been so much emphasis on manifestation in this reading and making something realized and actualized. And the Ace of Earth here heading in is saying, absolutely, that is absolutely happening. The Ace of Earth 100% represents this manifestation, this bringing something down into the third dimension, this realizing something in the material, tangible world. So this is such a welcome sight. Okay. So taking this into the next couple of weeks, we have the Ace of Earth. This is lovely. Prosperity in its purest form. Concrete results in the physical world. Abundance made manifest. I recognize the many forms of abundance and plenty, and I align myself with success. I can generate gold from the resources I have at my fingertips. I make an impact. The essence of prosperity is taking form in the material world. So that's beautiful, and that absolutely sums it up. Okay, so I hope that this was helpful. Check out your rising and your moon sign so you can piece together a more holistic reading for yourself. That's always really, really helpful because these are just general readings. So, so definitely do that. And I love you so much. Please like, subscribe, comment. That means so much to me. And it's such an honor to read for you, and I love you. All right, have a good one, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks for your mid-November readings.